I'm Riley, and this is my testimony. Well, I grew up in the church, and this church, I was born here, I got baptized here. I always went to Sunday school and crosswalk and jaywalk, and I was always involved in church growing up, and I've just been blessed to have a family who has been very active in church, and I'm really happy about that because I've been able to know Christ, or about Christ, for a long time. And then in 6th grade, I went through confirmation, and I don't think that's where I really accepted Christ, because I remember thinking on that day in front of the church, and I was like, why is this such a big deal? I'm just saying yes to a couple of questions. I didn't really understand what I was committing to and what I was saying when I gave my life to Christ. I didn't really understand what that meant. And then I entered youth, and I started to realize how big of a deal being a Christian was. And I had so many role models to look up to, and just the youth staff and the youth counselors and my sister and just a lot of the older youth or whatever, they were living such great examples for Christ. And I started realizing that it was a big deal, and that this was deciding to live my entire life for Christ. And it was just, I guess, I don't know, it was just awesome to see that Christ was so big. And I don't know exactly when I accepted Christ. I can't pinpoint a moment, and for a long time that really bothered me, because I was afraid, what if I really haven't accepted him? What if something went wrong? But I guess I've just realized that I have accepted Christ, and that's what matters. It doesn't matter that I can't pinpoint an exact moment, but now I'm deciding to follow Christ, and that's just an awesome feeling. And so that was in middle school, and then I entered high school, and it was such an eye-opening experience. High school was for me because I realized how many different kinds of people there are, and how hard it is to actually live Christ every moment of every day, because so many people just don't live that way, and it's hard. And it really brought to mind the verse that says you are in the world but you're not of the world, that kind of thing. And it just made me realize that I'm never gonna be the perfect Christian, there's so many places where I mess up and I do the wrong things, but it doesn't matter, because Christ is continually forgiving me and continually just helping me get back on my feet. And it's just so awesome to know that I have a Savior who will always forgive me and when I mess up. And so I realized that I'm never going to be the perfect Christian, and I guess my goal now is to just continually strive to become closer and closer to Christ every day. And there's that verse in the 1st chapter of Philippians that says to live as Christ and to die as gain. That's just my goal now, is to continually every day try to get to that place where I'm doing all I can to live with Christ and to be as close to him as I can be on earth. And so the next step is just being with him in heaven. And so that's my goal now. And through everything, Jesus has just been someone who is always there and has always loves me no matter what happens. But above all that, he keeps forgiving me, and he gives me chance after chance, but above all, Jesus is my Savior, and that's just so awesome.